Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Capricorn reading. The new moon is on the 11th of January. Yes, that's 111. Very auspicious day. The first new moon of the new year. I've laid out the tarot of the divine and the African tarot along the axis of the horoscope wheel. I'll clarify with the good tarot, and I will use 3 oracle decks throughout the reading. I appreciate your presence here, and welcome to all of you that are new and familiar to me. I am doing personal readings, and the information for that is in the description box below. I am overall appreciative of all the support that you give to me so that I can continue to do what I enjoy doing. So let's get started, Gemini, with your overall energy for this January new moon, the Page of Coins. The Page of Coins is indicating your willingness to start at the beginning in the ability to plan, build, and create something that will be stable, secure, and long-lasting. This is a portal to an opportunity for abundance or for growing your wealth or prosperity. Because Mercury, your ruling planet, has turned direct as of a couple of days ago, you are retracing a time of review where you have considered a plan, revised that plan, and are now moving cautiously and very deliberately forward in visioning, executing, and pulling together the supplies, the resources, and the connections in order to draw out the details and the steps of this new creation, this new thing that you are building. In the 10th house, the house of your social identity, we have the Moon card. This is the way others see you, and with your ruling planet having turned direct after a period of retrograding, this is you moving over your shadow period. And this brings your attention to all of the ways that your revision of a plan or your revision of a project has allowed you to dig deeper into the resources that are available to you. You have collected allies and supporters along the way from unexpected places and sources. And as the result of that, you feel much less fearful of the unknown. You feel more easily connected to those areas of creativity, of inspiration, of support that are unfamiliar, invisible to you. And this can be the connection with ancestors, with former creators, with role models or teachers that you admire, or that whose ideas you are seeking to mimic in a most flattering and positive way. So you are not looking to reinvent the wheel here. You're looking to build something well and with a kind of intentionality that will be comprehensive. In the first house, the 9 of Pentacles describes you as being a solopreneur, perhaps in this particular project that you are launching, that you are still considering. This is an example of the way that you have cultivated or tended your garden. You have made a determination around the priority of projects, skills, efforts that you want to elevate, and you have guided these particular areas of strength for you into viable, blossoming, prosperous, and productive landscape that is an expression of your independence. This can be coming to a place within yourself where you feel that you have been sufficiently productive that you're now willing to invest in yourself or in other projects that are a reflection of your ideals and your goals. So this is where you are understanding that the road to continued prosperity and independence requires a continual reinvestment in yourself and in the things that you value. In the fourth house, your home, your roots, your family, or history. You have suffered, you have had a struggle to get particularly to this place that you're at right now. The second nine of Pentacles, now the Nine of Swords, is indicating that you have reached a climax, a culmination in terms of the development of your ideas, the release of beliefs that have no longer served you, and in your ability to work consistently, diligently, and devotedly to an idea that is beyond the scope of your usual activity. This idea may be something dear to you, close to you, but this is, you are building something that has required intense and deep partnership with others. And in that way, you have had to open up to not only new ideas, new methods, but new ways of working, an acceptance of the strengths and a willingness to negotiate and collaborate in areas that are not your strength. And this is a way in which you're transcending old beliefs and making way for new productive ways to work forward in partnership. The seventh house is the house of your significant partnerships that include your goals, your aspirations, and the Judgment is absolutely almost dubbing this effort that you are contemplating, that you are planning, that you are envisioning as representing an elevation in your awareness about the gifts that you have to offer and the ways in which you can learn by accepting the ideas and methods of others that are less familiar to you. As an emblem in an interesting way for the twin sign of Gemini, these two figures here represent an opportunity for you to repeat a relationship, an opportunity that has cycled through before, something you have always been aware of that speaks to your destiny, to your purpose, to your idea of service. And yet, at this time, you are answering the call fully prepared to bring this new opportunity, this new plan to a victorious achievement, to a conclusion, in part because you see this project as part of a larger plan. And you accept the role of others in this project as being also a part of a plan. But this is an opportunity for you to be renewed, to be redeemed at some level, and to move to a higher level of participation in service. I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey card. and ask you, Gemini, if you're resonating with this reading so far, to please like this video, to please share this with someone who may enjoy it or appreciate it, to comment below, and to subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. The card I pulled is grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And I think this is really resonating on a higher level with the experience of release that you are simultaneously experiencing with this building up of resources, of independence, of stability and security. And then this open awareness about the ways in which you are allowing yourself to be stretched through your partnerships with others. I'm also going to pull Flora and Fauna of Africa. And this card is really about the way the ancestors are supporting us. And I pulled the butterfly. The plant that is accompanying the butterfly is the yesterday, today, and tomorrow plant. And the key word, not surprisingly, is transformation. Change is necessary for growth. With every transformation, you're evolving into your best self. Allow yourself to flow and grow freely. I love this. The first house, the Nine of Pentacles, is clarified by the Queen of Earth in the second house and by the Ten of Fire in the third house. In your resourcefulness, in your appreciation of the necessity for comfort and stability, for protection as you cultivate your skills, your talents, as you nurture your visions, you are again releasing obligations and burdens to others that have not fulfilled your needs or desires. You are making a very a deep cleave between this idea of old beliefs that have buoyed up your efforts in the past, and this idea that your role is that of caretaker for others, the provider of others, the capable one who is able to sort and manage the needs and desires of others. As you have learned to facilitate the abundance, the stability, the security of others, you have seen where you have been neglected. You've neglected yourself. You have even experienced damage, suffering from the neglect that others have shown for your needs and desires. At this point, you are understanding the shift in your priorities from taking care of others to now cultivating with intention your own dreams. And this release is coming to you as a phenomenal release of exhausted and depleted energy. This is moving, in this particular card, it almost shows a burning up of a script. At least that's what's coming to me at this time. The Nine of Swords in the fourth house is clarified by the Page of Fire in the fifth house and the Five of Air in the sixth house. You are opening up to your inspiration. This clearing away of old beliefs and obligations is opening you to your own inspiration, your own burst of creativity, excitement, and enthusiasm. Where you may be displaying a nose to the grindstone kind of energy, a focus on building up this new creation, shaping this new thing that you are birthing and supporting. You're also processing and being the criticism or negative feedback that you may be receiving from others. Because of your release of responsibilities and obligations that others have always seen you assuming unquestioningly, uncomplainingly, you're now recognizing that by not accepting the support of others, that has fed into a sense of doubt about the value of your ideas. And as you are moving forward with ideas, without questioning their value, but knowing that you deserve support in the way that you have given support in the past, you're dispelling this idea of not being enough. You understand that your role in this project is to supply the part of it that comes from your strengths. And so you are not being blocked by or dissuaded by the negative feedback that others may give you, the criticism, the surprise that you're not putting aside your own desires so that you can supply theirs. The Judgment card in the 7th house is clarified by transformation, which is the Death card in the 8th house, and the 3 of Fire in the 9th house. So this area of sharing resources with others at a deep level, this is the way you share money, the way you work together on projects with quantities of great value, energy, money, time, profits. You are releasing this idea that this can be and should be determined by others, even your partners. You are waking up to the idea that you have a considerable say in the way that resources are shared by you and for you in a way that ensures that you receive an equitable portion according to your input, your participation, your contribution. And this is a huge shift. This is really cementing the release of these old beliefs that have found you wanting in the past, where you may have received short shrift, you haven't gotten your fair share. And you're now clear that you are in control of the way that you share resources, even if those resources are shared by others. So you're not releasing, you're not giving away your power or your earnings with the same consideration that you have in the past. You're also recognizing that these skills that you are growing into, that you recognize are part of the success and intention of this new project, this new opportunity to do something well, to do something excellently, is also propelled by your desire to share what you're doing with an unfamiliar audience, a new group of people, new locations, new markets, diverse communities. This is part of what is fueling your face of the future, your face toward the future. And this is what is allowing you to be intentional about the way that you're participating, rather than being wide open to anything that is proposed or suggested from others. But you are picking your allies and your resources with intentionality to make what you are creating available to new communities. The Moon card in the 10th house is clarified by temptation, which is the Devil card in the 11th house, and the High Priestess in the 12th house. Wow. this opportunity, this temptation that I sense you are experiencing through these greater contacts with the world, through these connections you're making with others in less familiar arenas, is helping you to gain a greater sense of meeting your own expectations. The more expectations you encounter from others, the clearer you become about your intention, about what is best for you, and what skill you bring to this project, to this creation, to this new opportunity you're building. And it's interesting that the moon card in your 10th house, this experiences of opening up to invisible allies and networks, invisible resources, connections with your past, with ancestors, is being guided by this strong sense of self-knowledge that has been accumulated by your experiences in this life or in other lives. And those other lives can be the lives of your ancestors, relatives, those that came before you and paved the way for you. Your lineage, and this is a cultural, it can be an ancestral lineage that is guiding you and indicating, helping you to reflect upon the most advantageous, the most opportune choices for you. Always keeping in mind that your expectation, your desires, your dreams are necessarily the priority to fulfill this destiny and to make this opportunity successful. I'm going to finish up this reading, Gemini, with a language of the flowers. And I have pulled the picture plant, and the key word is insight. The answers are there for those who look. Thank you so much for this beautiful reading, Gemini. Until next time, namaste.